How's it going, everybody? I thought I updated my stream title, but I'm going to go and fix that right now. How's everybody doing today? I'm going to check all my buffers, make sure everything's been good. Alright. So, little impromptu stream right now. I wanted to fly today. Probably be an interesting little flight for some. Gonna do a little bush flying. Oh, that's cool. So this is the Bella Coola scenery from BidEx. You can find that on the xplane.org store. Um, Beautiful, actually. Beautiful scenery. I love it, how it's cut in there. Also testing Ultra Weather 2.5 as well. A bunch of settings. I like it so far. We'll see what happens. We're probably not going to get into the clouds because we're going to fly VFR today, like a true bush pilot. And we'll see how things go. It looks pretty good. There's millions of settings on here, from the sky to the clouds to the water to lights and shadows. So a lot of tweaks. A lot of tweaks can be had. Frames have not changed whatsoever that I can report so far. So if you guys are interested in that, let you have that. Get rid of the FSE interface. Alright, so we're going to... I'm going to take off from Bella Coola, and we're going to go down here, and that spot right there is Mocklemmel Fisheries. Down there from the Prop Strike Studio airports. So I'm going to head on down that way. So like I said, beautiful scenery. And we'll get into the bush flying Cessna 172 from Prop Strike. Love this tail dragger. I don't know. I feel like all of a sudden I've become a major fan of tail draggers for sure. But this is going to be on a different level. Big old bush tires on there. You'll definitely see me grabbing an update to the Carinata 185 if it does come out, because definitely love flying that one, but there's some tweaks that can be made for sure. And then I will tell you guys, if you do stream, if I can actually get on a decent stream schedule, I will try to stream a lot of Dead Stick once that comes out. Very interested to fly on that for sure. I do have track IR going. If that gets too crazy for you guys, let me know. I'll try to avoid it moving around too much in the cabin. I'll reset my view right now. Okay. And then I got a quick button to turn it off on the yoke. So, let's get her set. Let's get some weather going here. What kind of conditions we got? Update. So 3014 is what I got. Three 3014. All right, altitude set there. Sapper, what's going on, man? Yeah, well, you finally call one of mine, but that's just because I'm actually streaming. I have been getting in bad with just hitting the stream button, you know. But glad you could join me, man. I'm gonna do a little tooling around bush flying for a little bit here at Bella Coola. Go down to Mocklemmel Fisheries and then head on back to Bella Coola. So let's get this bad boy started. So we want our beacon on, nav on. Mixture full rich. Crack the throttle. Go battery on. I don't know why my controls keep doing that. Battery's on. Fuel's there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, fuel pump off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Push in the throttle. Pull the mixture back. Alright. Bring that back to 1,000. Get her warmed up. Alright. Alternator on. Beacons are on. Avionics on. I like this avionics suite that they put in here. It's really, definitely does feel bush fly. Alright. Alright. We're gonna squawk VFR. I'm gonna go to standby right now. Fixing my stream and logos, Discord. Get a chance to check it out. Alright, I will definitely do that, Sapper. I'm gonna get out of here. You gotta remind me. Well, I'll turn it back on. See what you got going on. Yeah, when I get a free chance to fly, it's usually a much needed mental clarity moment. Sometimes you don't always get that from the flight sim, so that's why I don't stream very much lately. But alright, I think we got everything going. We really don't have a whole lot of navigational points that we can shoot to at all. We know we're going to be heading east. Let's make sure that our compass is set. So we're on 505, and nope, it's not right. Get our compass dialed in. Looks right. So, like I said, we know been flying a Citation too. Oh, nice. Alright, let's turn our heading this way. I like the ambiance of the XATC chatter, but trying to find, try to do Canada. I want to try to find something that would be closer to what we're looking at. Let's go tower. I wish there would be like a nice CTAF. I'll turn the volume down a little bit. Yeah, CTAF channel would be really good. Clearance, departure ground, approach. Unicom. We'll do that one. We'll see what we get out of that. Alright. Alright, let's hit it. Temps are up. Everything's good. Let's go. Looks good. Got our fishing poles in here. And I believe there's some other stuff in there. Oh, you know what? This is the one where the more weight you put in here, the more stuff goes in there. Let's go like that. Okay, apply changes. Alright, so boom. We got flour, we got hoses, we got cement. Alright, we're ready to go. Alright, so let's go down to the fisheries. Alright, taxi on. Turn our pitot heat on. Make sure we don't hit the 350. For it being converted to a tail tail dragger. It's they got the taxiing flight mile down. Want to set that. I feel like I need to be up just a little bit more. Okay. Alright. Got our trim set. That's good. Alright, so we're gonna probably do... Whoa, whoa! Oh, okay, gotta pay attention to that. Just broke it. I don't think I've ever done that yet in a tail dragger. So now we gotta restart. Master off. Fuel pump on. 2, 3. Okay, fuel pump off. Alright. No strike, yep. Yeah, I hit the brakes a little bit too hard. Alright, so let's make sure we're all set again. We got our taxis on. We're going to go to landing, turn the strobes on, nav, beacon, landing lights on, alternator on. Avionics are on. We're going to go to transponder on. And we're going to hand fly this thing, so I'll probably go one notch of flaps. Make sure those are down. Okay. Okay, let's pull back that. Alright, mixture's in, full rich. It's all clear over there. Alright, so mental note, don't apply the brakes too hard while going too fast. Okay, all lined up. Let's give her some gas. .40 knots. 50. Okay, let's trim her out.
FSE flight not started.
I know it's not started. She flies good. Get about 500 above. Aileron or flaps up. So we're heavy. We're definitely heavy right now. She feels pretty heavy. Alright, so we're gonna head off to... Actually, we need to turn around. I don't know why I forgot about that. We gotta depart straight out. Alright, so look at my map. These valleys right here, look like they would lead somewhere, but they really don't unless we want to get above 10.3. Probably try to keep this more or less below them. Where are you flying along the way and loving the ortho? This is Bella Coola. It's in Canada, British Columbia, Canada. North of Vancouver by, I'd say, 200 nautical miles. Once I got all the prop strike scenery, I downloaded the ortho from this area. I believe I used US2 as the ortho source. So we'll go to altitude 2500. So yeah, it's looking pretty beautiful. Probably not going to get out into the clouds today to really test out ultra weather, but like I said, we'll see what the representation is. Yeah, the ortho is looking really good over here. But Sapper, I've been flying in Alaska for the majority of like the last couple of months. So I pretty much have about 50% of Alaska done in ortho. Now, it's just amazing. Like I said, I think I said it a while back that as soon as I got ortho for Alaska, it'd probably be the #1 place I fly all the time. It was true. Once it happened, I was just hooked. Alright, so we're going to start leaning this out here. Alright. Turn our landing lights off. Say hi to Brazil and Portugal. Hey. I'm going to butcher your name, man. Buddyco Voter. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. How's your HD doing? Hard drive doing? Then, if you're getting Alaska, dude, I still have a terabyte left to go. So I have all of the U.S. and Alaska now. Everything's good. I still have a terabyte left. So yeah, that 5 terabyte Western Digital was perfect. Alright, so let's pull throttle back a little bit here, keep it at 25. So we're going to follow this creek around. This mountain right here on the side, we're going to follow that along. She trimmed out nice. I mean, pretty much level flight. I got another 550 feet to go. Okay, so follow this river around the corner, take the bend, and take the left-hand turn. Keep that right there. Right. We could lean out a little bit more. And pull a little bit more throttle. Keep it at 2500. I'm a Tango. How you doing? Welcome to the stream, man. All right, so we're in the Prop Strike Cessna Tail Dragger version, and we just left Bella Coola, British Columbia, or British Canada. No, British Columbia. Yeah, right. And we're gonna head down to one of the first Prop Strike airports, the Bush Strip, Moclemel Fisheries. So. How's Ultra Weather 2.5? Okay, I can say, I think the first and foremost thing I want to say is I have not seen any change in my frame rates, so that's a good thing. Um, there are, let me trim out here a little bit. There are a bunch of settings on the new menu. Don't know why I have. It looks good. I had to mess around with a couple things from the get-go, and I'll show you some of those. Trim up a little bit here. First thing I noticed is that when I did auto, I mean, like I said, there's settings on on lights and shadows, water settings, cloud settings, and sky settings. The first thing I think I changed in cloud settings was I went off of auto cloud brightness, and you can see when I click this Y, it's a little bit too bright. So I went off of that one, and like I said, I'm only on cloud texture 12. I haven't even gone through all these other ones. So, and I don't know if it's one of those where if I change these cloud textures, I have to wait and reload to get it going. So I unclicked auto cloud brightness and I went to manual. That would look good at the sunset, but that's not right now. So I think something like that might be a little bit better. So 60%. I went with blue clouds. I changed it from white to blue, but I don't believe it changed the depiction. So I think this is one of those when you make these kind of setting adjustments, you're going to have to reload. Let's see. But pretty much everything has an auto to it. A lot like the old UI for Ultra Weather. But I kind of did a brief look through just setting it up, the clouds, and then went up in the air, and it looks pretty cool. About the cloud layers look a lot better for the most part. Also, I guess another one, the spectacular lighting, I'm probably not going to be able to see because it's so cloudy right now, but I mean there's the sun, and let's see what, I mean, look at that. That looks pretty good right there. The water looks great. Water looks really good. Let's fly the plane a little bit here. Yeah, so flying at sunset is kind of my deal. I like doing that. Yeah, that water looks good. And you know what? Let's I didn't even change my water setting, but let's see. It's the same thing where well, it's not. So now they have like big wave power. Like I said, they have auto buttons on everything, so you can kind of auto do it. But they don't have those different textures like they did on the first one or on the last revision. So like small waves mount, I guess you can change all of this stuff. Automatic. So you can see the changes that it's doing. Let's go back to, you can see down there a little bit, but like, okay, so small waves power. So it's making the resolution higher on the water for when you change that. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So like I said, you could probably spend hours just tweaking it to what you want. I'll keep everything on auto for the most part right now, just so everybody can see it. That's the, like I said, the brightness is the only thing I've tweaked so far. Definitely didn't look, full brightness definitely didn't look right in the current scenario. Now I would say it would probably look right if you were flying like a tube liner at 30,000 looking down on those clouds. But from below those clouds, they shouldn't look that bright. So, but said we'll add some light in here. Let's make sure our settings are all good. So we're a little, we got dropped a little bit below. So let's trim up a little bit there. It's 42 nautical miles. So should hit this little bump that we're going by right now. Let's split the gap over that. So we're about maybe a quarter of the way so far until we hit the fisheries. And we get some nice scenery to look at so far. You just think you found what you're looking? Yeah. I'll tell you, man. It definitely. I jumped on. Be fair, guys. I jumped on ultra weather from the get-go. When it first started, it seemed like it was a pretty decent weather mod. And that's, I don't know if the price went up now than compared to what it used to be, but I liked getting in on the front because we could definitely they were open to feedback on what we were seeing and what we liked and what we didn't like. So I think 2.5, it might need a few more tweaks here and there, but I really, coupled with Active Sky. Now I'll be fair. I mean, I haven't tried XMViro. I've seen a lot of videos using XMViro. I've watched people use other software too. So like I said, it's all about your preference. As long as we can give you like a good explanation of what it's looking like around here. Like I said, I mean, it just, the cloud textures definitely look cool, like looking up at that. Nice, very high definition cloud formations. Let's trim that up a little bit more. Okay, so the this river should close off to being almost like a stream towards the end of it, and then we'd have about another now we got some tight canyons to go through and all that, but once this river opens up as wide again, then that's where our landing spot's going to be. Nice little valley down there. So let's get our heading mode. Let's get our heading mode set. We can go autopilot right now for a second, and I'll show you some other stuff with ultra weather. Alright, so let's go autopilot on. We'll go altitude hold and heading hold. Alright, so let's check this out. So let's go here and we'll go up in the air. Let's see the representation. I mean, the haze looks a lot more natural now. A little bit of lightness going through the layers. But I love it seems like there's a bluish tint that hits when you come through the cloud layer, but for the most part, I mean, it's pretty nice. Sun's really over exaggerated. I got, like I said, I'm gonna go through all the different screens, the different texture packs. There's 12. There's 12 different skies, and then there's 12 different cloud packs. So you keep going through the different variations and see which one I like the best. For sure. Okay, so we're coming up here. We're about almost halfway. Here we're gonna veer off this way. Awesome. They did the prop strike system 172. You can definitely tell it looks really cool with the aging that they put on it. Like the windows are very dirty, the sides dirty. I like that a lot. Just definitely gives you an authentic bush flying feel to it for sure. So what have you been up to, Sapper? I haven't talked to you in a while. How'd training go? It's that little sun bloom that hits the cabin at only the right height or right view. Like a couple little bush flying areas you could go into over there. Just working, got orders Korea. Oh wow. Well, that's cool. There's days where I miss it, for sure. Alright, I'm gonna turn my autopilot off. Looks like we're gonna trim down. We need to trim down a little bit here. Been doing some iRacing. Yes, I caught a couple iRacing. That NASCAR race the other day, or maybe it was about a couple weeks ago, but I caught one of those. Getting a couple updrafts off the mountains. Beautiful country though. Alright, so we're gonna hang a little bit right here. I know sometimes it gets boring, but the adventure is where it's really at. When you just can picture going on virtual vacations, really. Flying in this part of the country would be great. Bodega is starting on Monday, so it's going to be a fun week. All right, cool. Let's see what it looks like if it was morning. This afternoon, there's an early morning. Sun should be on the other side now. Alright, so we're gonna have to thread the needle through this little gap here. We're gonna gotta be right of the mountain that's in front of us. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go, I think I want to go into this model. I like the dirt effect that they put on it, but what I want to do is I want to kind of make it look like somebody tried to wipe just that area off. So it's a little bit more clear right through the front, because it looks cool, but it does get distracting if you're really trying to look for something sometimes. Make our turn right here. Keep our altitude. I think one of the biggest things that I want to look forward to doing, or looking forward to Ultra Weather XP doing for me, the other day, you know, conditions often, like I said, I fly in Alaska a lot, and there's often days where you pretty much have to scud run if you want to if you're flying real world weather through the mountains and whatnot, kind of like this. The representation of really not being able to define where a ceiling of zero visibility is often one thing that drives me nuts about that. You know, and you kind of work around it by going, okay, there's clouds probably about 30 feet above me, so I'm not even going to go anywhere near that. What I'd like to see is kind of like a little bit of a fly through clouds, transparent cloud action moving to that real quick. Or just a better representation of knowing that right above me, if I go up, I'm going to lose complete visibility out of the canopy. So that's kind of what I want to see, if it's going to be represent better on this one. No, I don't have any FBOs in Alaska, but I fly for an Alaskan Airlines virtual airline now. Alaska Air Virtual. Check them out on online. We got a great group of guys on there, and primarily all fly VATSIM, like VATSIM related virtual airline. But all the hops and flights and stuff like that are all in Alaska for the majority, and it really, once I joined that group, really kind of captured what I was looking for with adventure flying and bush flying, for sure. So as far as FSC Sapper, I hardly fly in FSC because like I pick like, I remember telling you one day, like, I like picking a destination and an aircraft, and then I would look to see if FSC had anything that would accompany that, and more often than not, it wouldn't. So I just kind of just went back to having the adventure of flying, and if, oh man, if there's an FSC flight that goes along with it, then good to go. But other than that, you know, sold most of my planes off, and I missed it. I sold all my planes off and bought a Twin Otter the day before, the same day actually, in the afternoon. That King Air the King Air 350 came out from Airfoil Labs, and I'm kicking myself so much right now because of the fact that right then and there I could have bought a 350 for around 850K. Well, now you can't touch them for less than like 1.2 the last time I saw them. So that sucks. So we want to stay to the left here. Kind of. I'm getting a little bit of stutter there. Might be a weather load in. Wait for the system generator one and be a lot cheaper. Well, I mean, supply and demand. I mean, if there's the demand for it right now, the price is gonna go up for sure. But I know for a fact that I've already seen about 4 of them that are broken and haven't been flown in over, over a couple of months. So, once those get deleted from the system, that'd be really good too. Okay, so we're getting pretty close. We're probably about 20 miles out now. There's my confirmation. Okay, get out of here. Nice looking view right there. Okay, so we're at this little lake here. We're gonna go split right in between those mountains up there. Just on the other side of that, we should be able to visually see where the fisheries are. Could you imagine making this flight every day? This would be fun. This would be fun. Nice little 60-mile flight. Alright, so let me show you where we're at. Right now, we're currently over this little lake right here. So we'll hang a split through these mountains. We'll hang a left a little bit, and then we should be visual right about there. Should be where the fishery camp is. Had a lot of fun the other day streaming. Oh, excuse me. With Growl Adler. My stream who was actual citation pilot. Yeah. The citation 2. Whose citation 2 is that? I sold them a 208. Yeah. Oh, happy Easter all who celebrate that. Guys having a nice day with family. I'm gonna do a quick little mental flight right here, and then it's off to go to dinner. So the fisheries camp, okay, so it's down here. Oh no. Karen, oh, okay, yeah, okay, that one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to airfoil, or not airfoil labs, advanced flight modeling, AFM's citation 525, I believe. I believe that's the next one on the list to come out. So, that'll be nice. I'd definitely probably get that. Even though I don't like flying tubes very often, a corporate jet's kind of like more a faster version of like the 350, a turboprop, really. So I feel with that in mind, I'd probably fly it more. And then again, I don't fly the Challenger very much. I flew it a couple of times and just didn't kind of. I think a lot of times it's how long it takes to get going and set up and, start up. Flight planning and all that. I mean, this is kind of where I'm falling right now. Is just start the plane and find a way to point A to point B. You gave Mike your Challenger. He's still FSE pretty hard. Does FSE pretty hard. I would say now this river kind of, it's got that minerally hue to it. So let's see if I change that to like a brighter blue, will it make it look good, or is it ortho? I don't think it's changing it because I think the ortho overriding it. I don't know. I'll just go normal blue. That might be another one of those reloads that you have to do. Still your choppers. Well, that's not fun. Alright, let's see how everything's looking. Vacuum looks good. EGT looks good. Fuel flow. We're probably a little bit high on fuel flow. Probably lean out just a little bit more. Nope, there we go. So we were pretty much right where we were supposed to be, right there. 50 above. 50 degrees. Oh, let's start paying attention here. Okay, so we're going to hang a right around this bend, and just to the left of the bend, we should find the fisheries camp. Probably have to make my return flight later tonight, because as I just heard, baby's not happy. It's about 2 o'clock. Also like to get a workout in today too. Oh, Gav, what's up, man? How you doing? So we took off from Bella Coola, and we're heading down to Maklamel Fisheries right now. Doing a little mountain flying right now. Some bush flying. So is that actually I don't think I've ever flown into this place either. So that looks like that's where it is right there. So I'm gonna what I'm gonna do is do kind of what a bush pot would do. I'm gonna scout the landing area and try to see if I can find a windsock to tell me where the wind's coming from. Now, if I remember from when we took off, the wind is coming from the west. There's coming. Yeah. Oh, I'm missing it. Things are happening. Gav is not following. Thank you, bud. Thank you, bud. Alright. So let's pull some throttle here. Scout out this runway. Like I said, try to figure out which approach I'm going to do. And a subscription. Holy crap, Gav. Thank you very much. Jeez, you did not have to do that. Thank you. With a prime. You're the man. Alright, so let's see what we got going on here. Pulling some more power. Okay, looks like the runway. This might be one of those one way in, one way out kind of runways here. Let's really slow her down here. Do not smack that mountain. Not really. I get a little bit of a judder or a stutter in my frames every once in a while. Could be from streaming. I do have some problems when I stream every once in a while. So I think we're just going to spin this around and land that way. So, do I have a notch flaps down? Yes. I'm going to do 2 notches of flaps. Sorry if you got sick from all that moving. And let's try to land a tail dragger. I haven't done that in a while. Is that ortho? It is. It is. Once Prop Strike dropped all of their things, I started build. Well, actually, I started building all the ortho for this area after once I started flying in Alaska, because then I just got tile making crazy. Right. All right. So let's see here. Let's get this. Add a little bit of power here. All right. Gears down. Make sure full. Landing lights on. Strobes off. Make sure we're not clipped the trees. Oh yeah. It wasn't bad. That wasn't bad for not flying this plane yet. All right. So thanks, Gav. Thanks, man. Now you know what? I'm also gonna use. I asked the Alaska Air guys. They forgot what they coded the Prop Strike Studios airports as. So I should be able to get it off a bush tracker right now of where I just landed. Stop right there. Alright, parking brake on. Alright. So let's see where it says we just landed. We just arrived. Nope. So this airport's not in the so this airport's not in our oh, Gav, yeah, Gav from. So Gav, I think I asked Pete or whatnot one day if the Prop Strike Studios airports were in, but they're not in. So, but we'll see. I'll put in a little thing, see if you guys can. I didn't know you were the CEO of Alaska Air, though, Gav. But it's good to see. What ortho source? So pretty much I found that British Columbia and Alaska, USA2 was the best. Now, if I didn't use USA2, I used Google. So, and I only use Google for around strips and stuff like that. Well, that's awesome, Gav. Well, thanks for being a part of the stream right now. Like I said, as I said, guys, I was gonna probably make the return trip to Bella Coola. But as you can hear a crying baby, and that is what is probably going to conclude my stream tonight. I will kind of give you one more little showcase of ultra weather for XP, as I did previously. Like I said, the cloud textures, the smoothness of the high texture, high resolution of the cloud images look really good. Like I said, as far as the display looks pretty cool. As I told you guys in the beginning, a little bit of a hack for, like, I mean, transitioning through the clouds. I mean, that looks good. It looks good. So, volumetric clouds, we got that for sure. So there's millions of settings on this thing. The one thing I will tell you guys is that the cloud settings, auto brightness, I turned off. See, it makes it even more brighter. If I go to, I think like 50% seems to be where because I don't want them gray, but I'd say like, 57. That looks about good. That looks good. Looks about right. For sure. So yeah, that looks good. And I got blue clouds, but I tried to select it to white. It must be one of those that you have to reload to get the full picture. But I mean, those look good. For me, those look good. So, well, thank you guys for being a part of the stream today, even though it was a little bit of a short one. Thanks, Gav, so much for being here. Sapper, I'm a Tango. Thank you for being here. Bucho, thank you guys for checking out the stream, checking out what we had going on. Like I said, I want to make this return flight. I don't know if I'm going to do it on stream or not, but it may be in the YouTube, my YouTube page, GA Sim Pilot. But for now, I'm going to let you guys go. We'll see. Take care. Thanks, Sapper. We'll go back to John Fly on the host. Oh. I don't know why it keeps doing that. But thanks again, guys.